guys, so I just want to go over sanctuary gear. A lot of people look at my stats and see higher crit rate, higher crit damage, and are trying to figure out, is it my recasting? Is it, where am I getting these stats from? And the simple answer, the very, very simple answer is sanctuary gear. So when you look at the bosses, just so you guys can look, I just unlocked this boss. I thought I still had my attempt left, but I don't, so I can't show the fight. I don't have any tickets. Note that if you have assistant on and you have tickets, if you can do 2 attempts at the same time, so take advantage of that and use the tickets when you have them. They are a little bit expensive when they are up on the, where is it, in the shop, the limited time shop. They are actually cheaper in both to buy them here or to buy them in the treasure shop. So based on what's in the limited time shop, it will change the pricing for treasure shop. So make note of that, pay attention to that, take advantage of it. All right. Now, why sanctuary gear? Well, sanctuary gear is all those stats that you want on your gear. It's all the rare stats. It's everything that you need. So this is my sanctuary gear. I try and keep everything on par. Note everything here is plus 70. I'm slowly working on getting things to plus 79 to get them to 80. And then if you look here, everything's at 70. So generally I'll do the first page, the main class page first, all 70, and then I'll go into the secondary and go up from there. For starring up gear. So I try not to break sets that often. I'm at the point where, yeah, I'm going to be breaking sets. It's costly. So to start up things, I need 4 of that item. Now you can't exchange for a weapon. You can't exchange for a helmet. So that's purely drops. So you just got to get lucky with drops and also doing the sanctuary trials. In the exchange shop, you can recycle gear and exchange for what you actually need. And yes, I do that. So there's a lot of times where I'll be focusing on, for instance, my boots or the bracers, and I'll look at, okay, well, I have boots, so I'm not working on my neck piece right now. I'm not working on the legs, so I will recycle that, and then I'll go into exchange, and I will buy boots. But they're 120 a piece. I need 4 of them in order to rank them up. And to save inventory space, I will not spend the points. I'll save the points, collect them, and then depending on how many pieces I end up needing, by the time I'm able to purchase the 3, or say I had 2, I only need to buy 2, I'll buy the 2. It saves me on points and lets me continue to progress forward. Now, for where I'm at, I have 3 pieces at 3-star blue and 2 pieces not started up yet. So for these bottom 2 pieces, I want to keep them at the same rank. I don't want to push them past. I don't want to give them the 3-star, basically, is what I'm saying, because I don't want to have a 4 set and then a 1 piece. That's going to really damper everything. Notice the 2 piece gives me 210 attack. The 4 piece gives me 280 attack and 280 bonus damage. That's from the sets. Now, when I get this full maxed out, I'll get 7% attack damage over 6%. Okay? So it's a 1% increase on attack damage. I will get that back. It's just a matter of time. Gear. Same thing goes for the gear. Damage reduction. It's all the same. Now, all that stuff isn't really the important part. The important part are these little red stats right here that has the stars next to them. And the weapon, for instance, has crit rate and crit damage. So if I were to start this up, I get to increase my crit damage by 1.45%. And yeah, that's going to increase my crit damage by 1.45%. Shocker, right? That's how you get your crit rate up. That's how you get your crit damage up, okay? By focusing on and making sure you keep up with your sanctuary gear. Yes, bosses don't drop stuff all the time. Yes, sanctuary trials guarantee you loot. Abuse that. Use it wisely. Focus on a row. Focus on your gear pieces. Make sure you're keeping set pieces together and rank them up as you see fit. Every 3 stars is a new set piece, and then every 5 star is a new set piece. Okay, set bonuses. So when you get it to 3, I get a new set. The pieces right here, the R4 Sanctuary set, right here, down here. Okay. Versus none, right here. It's R3 Sanctuary set, and these guys are all R3. Okay. So pieces to be looking at to work on. Good pieces are the rings for hit rate and damage bonus percentage. All right, you're going to be only looking at those percent stats. We got the, what is this? Earrings, crit damage, crit rate, weapon, crit rate, crit damage. We got neck, hit rate, bonus damage, damage bonus. Damage when my HP is below 30%, I get an increase. This is when my HP is below, which one's the one? Weapon. When my target's HP is below 30%, I get a 1.4% damage increase. So these are all the rare stats that you can be getting on your weapons, on your accessories, on your gloves, on every single piece of gear, defensive or offensive stats, the rare percentage stats that everybody really wants to be able to really get as much damage out as you can. The difference is you're not recasting. So all you're doing is you're killing your boss, you're doing your 2 missions every day, and you're just pulling in gear. And yes, I am ahead. I am ahead of everybody. I'm 1 boss ahead of Jinx. I, very early on, invested in a bunch of scrolls so that I can do multiple fights every single day. When Sanctuary first came out, the scrolls were cheaper for me. Basically all the stars aligned. They were in the limited time shop. The refresh shop was cheaper. Everything was perfect. I didn't even realize that they were really expensive because everything was discounted. Moving on to the next day, next week, and so on and so forth, I started noticing, oh, these things are actually pretty expensive. I can't just keep buying them. So after I got my first bundle of like 25 of them, I stopped buying them, unless I'll maybe buy a couple, maybe 4 or so. And then what I'll do is throughout the week, I'll do 2 attempts on 1 boss instead of just 1, and just build up some inventory to be able to rank up my gear faster. And yeah, you're just wanting to start everything up. So get that crit damage, get that crit rate, get your stats on. This is something you should not skip out on. All right, this thing's huge, and it's just, it's really important. It's really good. It ups everything you need to up. It gives you all those rare stats. It's guaranteed. And yeah, so if somebody asks me, how do you get your crit damage so high? I'm just going to say, Sanctuary gear. How do you get your crit rate up? Sanctuary gear. How do you get those special bonuses up? Sanctuary gear. If I go to my stat page real quick and go all the way, well, all right, crit damage 260, right? Crit rate 7.2%. But I go all the way down, all the way down. All right, when my HP is below 30%, I resist damage. 14% of the damage I take is resisted, right? So that's 14% damage reduction. That's from Sanctuary gear. When my own HP is below 30%, I also get an 8.4% damage increase. Sanctuary gear. When my target is below 30%, I get a 13.1% damage increase. That is a combination of both Sanctuary gear and my cycle tree. All right, so those are all special stats that are harder to come by, and if you get them from recasting, kudos. For instance, crit damage, right? That's great. It's all additive, so you want to still get them. You're not skipping out on recasting them, keeping that crit damage, keeping that hit rating. But having your Sanctuary gear up just ups these stats passively without you having to spend a lot of money. So focus on that Sanctuary gear. It scales up really well, and it makes your character just so much stronger. There's too many people that I've seen. They're like, oh, it's too much of a chore, or oh, it's too difficult, or thorns is really, really annoying. Yeah, thorns is really annoying. It is. You can kill yourself. I've one shot myself because the mob has thorns. There's a point where there's two of them that have thorns at the same time. It's not fun to deal with, but all you got to do is look for the vines coming out of the ground, and that means thorns is up. And don't hit anything. Just wait. They drop, hit them again, comes back up, wait, drops, hit them again. And generally you only have to do that twice, and then they're dead, and then you just move on to the next target. The point is, sanctuary gear is super important. Rocking your sanctuary gear. Oh, that's cycle set. Getting your sanctuary gear up, focusing on it really is important. The current event that's out right now, the Summer Solstice event that's up for the weekend, gives a lot of stuff for sanctuary gear. It gives these stones, the enhanced stones. It gives the stones to just rank it up. Okay. It gives those main two pieces. There's a lot you can be doing. Really look at it, look for it. It's well worth investing in. I would almost say that it's more valuable to invest in the sanctuary gear than constantly recasting your gear, trying to get that crit damage up a little bit higher. This is just a steady, guaranteed, you're getting the crit rate, you're getting the crit damage, and it's worth the investment. So you definitely want to rock your sanctuary gear, get that up, focus on it, scale it all evenly, and make sure everything works well. If you have questions, post it in the comments below. Shout out to my Patreons. Thank you all for your support. I've been doing one-on-one video chats and answering a lot of questions. I'm always around in Discord. You can ping me and I'll generally answer you. Might not be right away if I'm busy with other things called life, but I will get back to you and I will help you guys out. Again, please check out my Patreon page if you would like to support me and help me continue to do these videos for everybody. These do take a lot of time to make. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.